Kia ora, hello again, Paul Brennan with another update on the Bring Our Birds Home campaign. Today is Tuesday, March the 14th. We've been at this for almost a month now and things are going well. Momentum is building. Thank you so much for the positive comments and messaging and posts on the Bring Our Birds Home Facebook page. We have the Twitter feed up and running, which we are strategically operating to find the right followers and to follow the right people to create the relationships to move this forward. And as you can see on the screen, the Instagram feed is up and running now as well. We'll be posting movies and images on that too. So that's our social media campaign pretty well up and running now. We've had fantastic video view numbers. The video that we launched with explaining the whole thing about a month ago has had close to 2,500 views, both on Facebook and the SITV YouTube channel. So that's great for getting all the specifics of the message out. And I noticed also the black and white movie, the British Pathé movie of the teal Air New Zealand DC-8 ZK-NZA arriving at Mangere in 65 has done over 2,000 views. It's been shared all over the place. So there's a clue as to which of the 5 airframes is really popular with you. I'll have an update on that DC-8 in just a moment. I'll be having an online conference on Skype with one of New Zealand's foremost crowdfunding experts in the next few days. We want to craft an effective and successful crowdfunding campaign that starts off modestly and is scalable as needs be through to hopefully achieving that dream result of getting those 5 airframes back, the Electra, the DC-8, the 737, the DC-10 and the 747. The initial part of the crowdfunding plan is to get enough in to fund travel around the 5 locations where these airframes are. And in saying that, I can tell you that I emailed the head of Buffalo Airways, who have the Electra that used to be ZKTEB. We understand it's the only flying example of the 5 left, which is ironic because it's the oldest, used as a water bomber in Canada. I haven't had a reply from the company, and I'll certainly hit them up again, but I have a gut feeling, an intuition that this is one particularly where we have to turn up in person and build a personal relationship with these folk and do some wheeling and dealing. So when they are finished with that airframe, we have first right of refusal. We can put our hand up and be at the front of the queue for taking it. And I have this sort of dream scenario playing down in my head of it flying back to New Zealand and arriving somewhere and a big ceremony taking place. And, you know, you can imagine it. So that's why we need to get some crowdfunding money in initially to do some traveling. That is one of the locations we'll need to go to. We'll also need to go to North Carolina and talk to the people who've got the NAD airframe. Likewise to Russia, where we're pretty sure the 747 is. In fact, I'm waiting. We've got a couple of options to get a contemporary or a now photo or image of that airframe at Moscow's Domodedovo airport, the graveyard there. If you were watching an earlier video update, you would have seen a still frame that I managed to snap from video footage I found, which was about 2.5 years old on YouTube, shot from the inside of an aircraft taxiing at that airport past the graveyard, clearly showing that airframe intact, sitting there in the colours of Transaero Airlines, which have gone belly up now. And a friend of the Bring Our Birds Home campaign, Benjamin, also sent in a still frame that he snapped from Google Earth, showing that airfield and particularly that graveyard area, and it does look like that airframe is still there, and the date on that was February this year. So we're really optimistic about that airframe, which was ZK-NZV, the 74200 still being around and in existence. And if we can confirm that, I'll be deploying a similar strategy to the one I deployed with the Brazilian embassy on the matter of the DC-8, which was ZK-NZC. So speaking to that now, and the effort to try and get a government-to-government dialogue going with the goal of getting hold of that DC-8 airframe, which is at Manaus International Airport in Brazil, out on the edge of the jungle. I got an email at the close of business Friday, March 10th, Friday just gone, from Joanna Diesling of the Ministry for Foreign Affairs and Trade, America's desk, saying that she had got the information I'd sent her regarding my meeting with Pedro and his team a few weeks ago at the Brazilian embassy about my idea to have NZC return to New Zealand. She understood the concept and was working on it and would get back to me. So hopefully we will have very shortly government-to-government dialogue and we can progress my idea of organising some sort of diplomatic, cultural occasion where that airframe can be removed from that airfield and ceremoniously returned to New Zealand. So I'll keep you updated on that as well. And we're also just a few days away, probably next week actually, from forming an incorporated society, Bring Our Birds Home, to operate this campaign, particularly dealing with the funding that we anticipate will come in from the crowdfunding effort, which will be powered by the social media campaign that we're running. I'll give you details about that shortly. When that's up and running, I think we'll have all the ducks in a row and we'll be able to go for that goal of getting these airframes back. And I know a lot of you understand this, but I need to say this. These airframes are more than just airframes, more than just machines. They represent way more than that. They represent the building of our nation. They represent us moving out into the world, of joining the modern world, of really building our culture and society back here in New Zealand, involving millions of people. Millions of people have intersected with these 5 machines over nearly 6 decades, and every person that had something to do with it, whether it was on a daily basis or just travelled in one of those aircraft once, have left their mark somehow imprinted on those airframes. The intersection of stories of people going somewhere, of returning somewhere, happy occasions, sad occasions, by the millions, makes this more than just an effort to recover machines. We are recovering, like I say, treasure, taonga, and we're going to bring it home. And I think that makes it more than just an effort to try and collect some, old machines, which if you, just thought on that level, you'd be thinking that was what it was all about. But it's not. It's bigger than that. So thank you for all the support, and look forward to giving you another video update. It won't be too far away. Please, if you've got any images relevant to our campaign or any stories, feel free to share them on our Facebook page, and I'll be back shortly with another update.